Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to the Miami Heat Beat Postgame Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with me today at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Franky G. Happy New Year, man. Welcome back.
I'm in Central Time, and I still can't do these late nights games.
It's hard, man. I'm tired. Back at the office. I'm fucking tired. Franky, welcome back. You were on a little hiatus vacation. Welcome back to Heat basketball, baby.
I know. I got married. I've started school again. You won't hear much of me going forward this season, but I will be supporting any way I can.
And so I thought it'd be fun. Frankie and I thought it'd be fun if Frankie has the reins today, which means Frankie's in the hosting chair. If Frankie's driving the show, we're here for the ride. Everybody in chat, show your support and love to Frankie. Thank you for tuning in at this time. You guys are the best fans in the world, and I'm going to leave it to my wonderful colleague.
I love chat starting this off. What Fig said, only thing keeping me awake is anger. Honestly, that was a frustrating ass game. G, 127 to 110. The Heat fall to the Portland Trailblazers, making all you guys on the East Coast stay up for that bullshit. G, they hit barely more threes than you and I did. The Heat shot 9 for 45 from deep, allowed 20 for 50 to the Portland Blazers. Not only 20 for 50. That's not bad enough. The Portland Trailblazers entered tonight the worst three-point shooting team in the association. Gee, I thought it was a lot of drive and kick, the missing Davion. Obviously, what else did you notice about the defensive lack of containment on the perimeter?
For Miami? Yeah, and I thought Adia caused a lot of problems for them, and I thought they were helping a lot on that. I was surprised that Bam didn't spend more time on him as like the primary defender. I mean, they had Pele on him. They had a lot of different guys, and I just thought that Miami, I mean, he's really good. I mean, he's getting to the line a lot this season. He's really skilled, and I know that he gets made fun of for being a free throw merchant, and unfortunately, free throw merchants.
And I thought you were going to say Zionist.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, the IDF stuff, whatever. But
literal IDF soldier
on the court. Yeah, I mean, he got fried this week in the media. But I just mean from a basketball perspective, being a free throw merchant, and I don't know how many he finished with today, but
it's also he didn't finish the game. He went out in the third quarter with a back injury.
He got the line 6 times.
Yeah, he only played 18 minutes. Still 20.
But I thought like early on, I mean, in that third quarter, especially and in the second quarter, because Miami got off to a really early lead, and I thought he was really key in kind of getting them in rhythm. And I think you saw, I thought Drew Holiday. I didn't think I thought Drew had a really good game, and I didn't think Pele did a really good job defending him. I thought Drew kind of veteraned him around, and I think kind of the strength was one of the things. I mean, he had 7 assists, but I thought he was really productive for Portland. So I agree with you. I thought that their containment wasn't good. I think they missed Davion. But I got to be honest with you. I don't think I think Drew would have put Davion on his ass. I think that's a matchup that Davion would have struggled with. So I'm not so sure how much he would have helped today.
I think he would have helped slow him down. I think it was also like it wasn't a one guy thing. The Blazers had 5 guys with 3 or more assists. They were doing a great job just poking a hole in it. Keep defense rotates, and the ball kept moving, and they kept attacking the gaps, and the ball was moving. Big proponent of that was Caleb Love, the undrafted rookie. 20 points off the bench, like the newest member of the random scrub heat killer. Destructive, just attacking. He didn't even do it from deep. That 4 for 12 from deep, but he was just knifing inside the lane, 4 for 7 inside the paint, and just being frustration. I thought you mentioned Bam not switching onto Denny enough, but I also just think they were a little bit soft on the perimeter. I don't think they were. I didn't feel like they fouled much. Yeah, they only allowed 13 free throws. 6 of it was to Denny, and he didn't play most of the game. Like you always talk about the lack of physicality on defense, and I thought there was a lot of that tonight.
For everybody except for Bam, it felt like I think we all have that one day in the work week where we clock in and we're like, I don't feel like being here. I'm just going to mail it in. And I thought everybody did that except for Bam. I guess Myron Gardner. Fine. You can have it, but that's kind of what I felt a lack of. Well, he's on a hot streak right now.
I can't believe you didn't shout out your Italian brethren.
I'm sick of him, bro. I'm mostly sick of Eric Reed, using my culture as cosplay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm over. I've said. I mean, we've said this. We've had.
What have I missed?
Other shows. Yeah. Quickly, want to shout out CM 201. Said Bam tried plus shooting variance plus questionable perimeter defense. Niko, yikes. Drew plays more than Cass. Norm should have sat. Can't rebound. Frankie, one of the things we've said while you've been gone, CM 200 is one of the greatest patrons in the history of Miami Heat Beat stream era. They have been here throughout, like everything, all these bad games, donates, is like really active in chat, and has recently Australian, and recently is just giving. Frankie, is this not a show sheet?
Literally.
Like, let's put that, like this person is putting show sheet. They're doing our job for us.
Literally giving us all the topics for
like
tonight.
Literally, they're so good at it.
I was gonna say, G, we talked. I know you guys. I wasn't on Heat Beat back then, but you guys talked a lot about the Luke Babbitt minutes and Kasparis Babbitt tonight. 11 minutes for the rookie that earned a lot of playing time in a game with multiple rotation guys out of the lineup. He played the fewest minutes out of all the rotation guys. Was a minus 18. Largely in part because of the minus 14 barrage that the starters got to start the third quarter tonight. How'd you feel about his performance tonight and the lack of playing time?
I like that he shoots the ball. I like that he is a big body. I'm 3 assists in 11 minutes. Hey,
no turnovers.
Hey, man, he was good. And listen, let me tell you something. I felt like Norm had 7 turnovers. He only had 1, but it felt like more.
It did.
It's just slop all over. I think, especially on nights where they don't have Davion, an organizer helps them. And I'm happy that Bam had a good game, even without kind of a real like important lead guard. But I did think he helps them, and they have run more pick and roll lately, which I think he's a beneficiary of. I think he gets to the basket more. So I think he's creative. I think that he has a creativity that I don't think the other guards have. I think Tyler has that. I don't really view Davion as a creative player. I don't really view a lot of their guards as creative, but I view Cass as creative, and I'm sad that he doesn't play more, mostly because this season is for what, right? And we've talked about this a lot. Like, I want the young guys to play more. I'd rather he play than Simeone. We've talked about how Drew has earned minutes, but I also think that Drew has lost those minutes as well. Like, he earned them in the beginning of the season, and I don't think his play has really kind of kept up with that early production, which is fine. And I think as a result, you got to make way for the young guy who, by the way, I think is playing really well, is playing really hard. So I'm a little disappointed that he doesn't play more. I think it's very in line with Eric Spoelstra and kind of how he views mostly young guards and bigs. That's kind of how he always treats them. I think he's a little more flexible with wings.
Because they can plug and play a little bit easier in his offense usually.
And he'll play him at the 5. That's not even a justice joke. That's just who Eric is.
This is reality.
Yeah, but I really like him, Frankie. I think I'm actually really, I'll be honest, I'm more excited for him than Ware. For a lot of, I think that he has higher upside than Ware.
I think he just kind of like in Miami. I definitely agree. I think Ware is more talented, but I think Kaz just fits into kind of what they want and like shows a lot more flashes in the sense of like the consistency, and the effort, and the rotations, and the stability. Like Ware has the higher skill, the shooting and stuff like that, and the size and athleticism. Of course, like he's a freak, but Kaz just consistent. Like I I've never believed in Ware being able to fit into change who he is enough to be a Miami Heat player. And that's a problem here. And we're going to, let's go into Bam. He had a really strong game, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 13 of 24, which is okay. 1 of 7 from deep really hurt him. I thought he played really, really steady. He had 17 in the first, 15 in the second. So that's the consistency from that we want. Obviously, we're not going to expecting 30-point games all the time, but guys missing, you need to step up. You're the captain. You're the highest paid player. You need to do a little bit more. And Norm let him down, but I think Bam deserves some props tonight.
Yeah, and I thought he set the tone early. There was a possession where they got a turnover. I think he got the steal. He intercepted a pass and went on a fast break. It was 1-on-1. And I've seen so many times Bam just dribble that ball out and go into a DHO, or dribble that ball out and give it to the guard or Norm or Tyler or whoever. And I thought today was a little special because he went at a guy 1-on-1. It wasn't the prettiest layup. I thought he was going to miss it when he put the shot up, but he went at another defender in the fast break and put up a shot, hit it off glass and made it. And I was like, and I tweeted, I like the agency that he's showing here, that he's kind of taking, I think he's been really, I don't want to say poor, but like below fan expectations on offense this season. And he's put together.
He's been poor. You can say that.
He's been bad. I don't want to say bad. I think he's been poor. And I think the last couple, like I think most games he has like 1 or 2 in the last 2 weeks that haven't been great, but he's been really putting together some really, really good offensive nights. And I thought tonight was kind of one of those, like, really, okay, we don't got it from 3. I don't got it from 3, but I'm putting my head down. I'm getting there. I'm fighting off the dribble. I'm going on fast breaks. I'm being active defensively. He got to the line 5 times, which is good, not great. Gotta get that a little up, but dude, 32 and 10. And by the way, another night where he's the lone big and he looks good.
And I like that he went 1 for 5 from deep in the first half and only took 2 in the second. Like,
are they counting heaves again?
No. He just had this was a super high pace game.
I know, but I was like, I saw that and I was like, damn, dude, because I knew he had a few.
Yeah, he was taking them.
He was like even. I was like, oh,
it was just frustrating. Like literally the first possession of the game, somebody finds him for a roll and he has the guy cling and beat. And instead of like just taking a contested or attacking him, he spins and takes a fadeaway. And it's just those possessions, those are the ones that knock his field goal percentage down. He had a couple catch and shoot threes that he pump faked, took a dribble, step back, and clanked those. And those were the frustrating parts of him that really hurt hurt the team. But like overall, I thought he was a really strong performance from him. Led the way defensively as well. And I think Portland really took advantage of the lack of physicality and size around the perimeter around him. They would attack the gaps and they weren't really afraid of anybody. They had a couple stretches from the bench when Drew and Myron Gardner came in, who I thought they played well defensively. Offensively, Drew was a mess. Couldn't buy a bucket. But I want to talk a little about Norm. Norm frustrated the hell out of me tonight.
I was not a fan of whatever was going on. I saw somebody earlier say he should have not played. He was either hurt, just didn't care about what was happening. He mailed it in.
He really did. It was like it was one of those performances Friday night, before a long weekend kind of performances.
100%. Yeah, it was Zach Martin's drum said Norm shouldn't have played. Dude was clearly hobbled and mailed it in. No, Frankie, you know what it is, bro? That you know what it's like? It's like the day, the last work day before vacation or something.
Yeah.
It was
that
I
literally just said.
I thought you said never mind. I thought you said the weekend.
I said a Friday before
okay, sorry.
Before a long weekend. Or same thing.
I heard weekend, yeah.
He he's allowed some off games, especially if he's playing hurt. But I thought his decision making was kind of poor. We know we're not getting much out of him outside of scoring. 18 on 7 for 15, no threes when they really needed some threes was tough. it is what it is kind of deal.
Dude, did you see that pass? The one turnover he had, it was like late in the fourth, and somebody who sealed somebody was posting up that I don't think should have been posting up. I don't remember who it was. And Norm gives the laziest entry pass I've ever seen with no space, clearly gonna get stolen, and just didn't give a fuck and did it. And I was like, again, that first chatter that opened the show, the only thing keeping me up is rage. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling to stay awake. I'm very tired, and that woke me up. My eyes wide open, and I just say out loud, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck is a great transition to Nikola Jovic, because his whole game tonight was what the fuck. Every shot was short. My guy cannot do anything offensively. His decision making was porous. He had one of the worst turnovers I've ever seen, where he made a great stop, and then instead of just dribbling it up, he just looked to pass and realized he was already making the decision, and he just threw it to nobody. And they got a steal, and I'm pretty sure they got points off that. What the fuck, Niko? How bad has it been since I've been gone?
I agree with Crab. What is the cure for Jovic's diagnosis of terminal ass?
It's been so bad this season. Like, I've never seen a guy like get rewarded and play worse than this guy has been this season.
Our chat has been frying him. Cannot believe they extended him before the season. Niko has taken the blue pill. He is living in the illusion of his own abysmal basket of negatives. I mean, there's no one's happy. Frankie, I think he's showed some. I think we baby him, so I'm going to say he's been bad. He has had moments where you're just like, oh, well, there's a player in there, and most of the time it's been poor. Rohan and Cardi reminds me every single day. He texts me how fucking much he hates Niko Jovic and how bad he thinks he is. Chat says he needs therapy. I don't even know what he does consistently anymore. I guess defend, but then sometimes, I mean, the other day he had just one of the worst defensive games of his career. So it's hard for me to say what the vibe is there.
It's just anything that he was doing well before has gone down. Like, he's lost like 20 attributes in each thing. This guy was a good shooter before, and the
system sucks for him though.
It does. No, it does. But he's missing all his catch and shoots. He's playing at the 5, which helps him get easier looks, and he's still missing all his open shots. His decision making is poor. He hasn't gotten better and smarter in that regards. I don't feel like he's worked enough on his game. Like, I don't see a difference enough and progression. And this is something that, like, I believed in him. I believed in him since the draft. I believed in the skill set and the ability and the leaps from where he was since he started playing basketball to getting to that point. And the Heat believed in him too, but they have a lot more information than I do. He
looked good in FIBA.
He did, but I mean, everyone looks good playing off of Jokic. So I think you have to take that with a grain of salt. But like, they have more information and stuff, and they see the work ethic behind the scenes. Why? Like, I don't understand it. I'm hoping this is just a fluke in the road, like, and he turns it around, because if just what he was last season is who he is for his career, his contract length, that's a solid player. Who he is this season is horrible.
Frankie, can I address one of the comments about Niko?
Go ahead.
He said, Jeremy Cuffey said, I don't get how the system can be bad for any NBA player. And I think what's happening with Niko is because they don't run on-ball screens, teams don't switch, and teams don't have to configure matchups on the fly. And part of the reason why that's so important to Niko is because of how versatile his skill set is. I don't think Niko at his size is beating other guys. He's not fast. He's not like gonna like consistently beat 4s off the dribble. Like, that's just, but what he can do is, if there's a smaller guy, he can exploit the mismatch. He can post up. He can kind of spin around them. He can draw help, which is a very good passer, and he has size. And I think that because they don't do those things that cause those kinds of rotation, it's difficult for him to find his place, because I don't view him as a catch and shoot guy. I think I view him as a skilled ball handler for his position that can make stuff happen as a passer, that can hit a three. But I do think that the other parts of his game are what feed into the shooting, and he can't do that. They're not forcing switches like, the 1-4 pick and roll where they switch or whatever, or they drop and he slides into space. That's not existing. So on offense, what do you want him to do other than be in a corner or try to like make something happen off the dribble or some off ball screening and then floating into space for shots? That's kind of like where I think the system fails him a little bit, not unlike Bam, although Bam gets to play center. And I think there's like more natural spots for a 5 to be in this offense than a 4 with his skill set. So I do feel for him. I do think he wants to post up more. They don't like posting up because it slows them down. That'd be like the other isolation answer for him. But like, I think we've seen like, unless it's Jaquez doing it off like a quick hit, they don't really like for guys to post up in this offense. So I think it's tough for him.
Yeah, it's like there's commenters asking about the isolation, like that's like baby step. It's a lot different doing isolation in the NBA. Like not everybody's got that skill set to do that. Like you're facing help and stuff a lot too, especially when you have this Heat team that is so streaky from deep. That you're getting extra bodies in there, and like those guys are big too. Like it's not like you have like Niko has like a strength advantage. He's big, but he's not. He's facing guys same size as him that are just as strong, if not stronger, just as tall, just as fast, if not faster. Like he doesn't have like that, and his handle isn't there where can take advantage of that. But yeah, long season for Niko. He needs to step it up. He needs to see some sports psychologists and really wake up in the off season.
Really quick, I wanted to address this comment from Thomas where he asked, why doesn't he play at the elbow to see if he can facilitate from their back down play with touch? It's because that takes too much time. That's like not a pillar of their offense. They need to get the ball and go to create drive and kick opportunities. They don't run elbow sets like that. Like that's why Bam doesn't do it, because it takes time. And I think we've seen like one of our Franky and my gripes for years have been they take too long to get in their sets. So they've corrected that, and that's a way that they take too long to get in their sets, because then they get the ball to the guy on the elbow and then he's looking, because they're going to run ISO. They're not going to run a handoff. So if you're not really like threatening the handoff, like, well, teams are like, well, I don't have to defend. I don't have to like defend that. I just wait for you to pass. So I think that's the problem with him.
It's also they can run some quicker stuff. Like you can run some pace in the half court at the elbow and stuff, but it's a lot of guys off ball need to run. And the reason Duncan was valuable to Spo is not a lot of guys want to do that. It's an exhausting offense and exhausting to run that much and be in good enough condition to still have legs underneath you to hit those contested shots or make that kind of movement. And that's why you would think Spo playing, even in a night where he's missing 2-3 rotation guys, he still played 10 guys. And you would think they had enough depth to do that. But it's also kind of playing to their strengths. They don't have like Simone has never been this kind of movement shooter that he's been this season. But it's they're trying to bring out that element that they missed that. But yeah, man, not a lot to really gripe on. Like the shooting disparity, really, you can't beat many NBA teams shooting 20% from deep, and especially on a night where the other team shoots 40% from deep and on a similar volume.
That's just a night in the league.
Yeah, man, it's a rough patch, but I thought the good was for Bam. I think Spo has to like really dig into like letting Kaz play. I thought Pell had a really strong game. I don't think his numbers are that impressive. 6 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, no stocks, 1 turnover.
You saw that pass he made?
Oh my God, that pass was so beautiful.
It was in the fourth quarter. He like whipped it cross court. I was like, oh.
It was funny because I think Norm got the hit ahead, and he kind of didn't know what to do with it. He just gave it to Pell, and he's like, all right, well, I'll attack. And there was two, 3 bodies in the paint, and Pell somehow found Simone through all that help in the weak side corner with a perfect bounce pass. And then I was like, Simone, you better hit this fucking
Lou, this is for you.
It was crazy. I was so impressed with that. But
I love him, Frankie. I think that like between him and Cass, and I like Ware. Like I don't like to like I'm not the highest like Ware guy, but I think he's good. I think they have like really intriguing young players. Rest in peace, Nikola Jovic. But they have some like nice young pieces that they can add to that. I just wish they played them more.
Yeah, it's just for me. I think it's the most frustrating part is you like when they were ready to compete. Bam wasn't ready to be the guy they needed him to be offensively, and part of that is because the year that the first 2 year that young guys need those years to like develop and mold their game. Most young guys need those games to make mistakes. You look at Keontae George out of Utah. He was abysmal the first couple years, but he got so many reps and he worked hard and he got to learn how to, and he got coached and he got to learn how to work on that. This is a lost season. When you're ready to compete, you're going to need Casper to be ready to meet the moment. And if he's not getting the moment now, when it doesn't mean anything, when you're not playing for anything big, you're never going to be ready with these guys. Not everybody is Dwayne who hits the ground running and is ready to go. Those are Hall of Famers. Some of those guys, most guys need that development and that rep and that coaching. And like, I think the Heat have had stages where they focus on development and stuff. I think they need to shift their philosophy again. But I don't believe it's going to happen, but I think it's necessary.
They need to reconfigure identity. And I don't know if that comes with a reshuffling of personnel. I don't know if that comes with some sort of epiphanal moment. I don't know if that comes with Pat retiring. I personally don't think Pat's a problem. I think there's other conversations that Eric is a problem, that Nick Harrison's a problem. I think that there's a lot of uncomfortable conversations with the organization that have to take place internally, but I'm with you. I'm with Moose too. I mean, Moose has been really vocal on Twitter, how he feels. Lou has been, yourself, Kyle. I think it's frustrating, and I think it's especially frustrating because like, look. I mean, there's 87 people watching us right now at 1 a.m. almost 1 a.m. Eastern time. You and I are doing this show, and people care about this team. You know what I mean? Like, this is like probably like, you know what I mean? Like, this matters to people, you know what I mean? And like, I think that it's just pretty heartbreaking when you watch something that is so soulless. Frankie, I think sports should be like, I don't know. I don't feel like I should watch sports and feel nothing, but that's how I feel sometimes. Like tonight, I was like, I was watching this game, and I don't know if you felt this way, but I thought, what's the point? Like, why are we here?
Gee, and that is how I felt the Dion years. That like we're right back into it again. And one of our lovely.
But that was the first time, though. That was like the first.
I know. Let me get to it. Hold on. This guy, Cruiseman 409 says, honestly, this is the place you want to be if you're rebuilding. I'm hopeful, even against the odds. That's what we want as sports fans. We want hope. The hope of a championship, the hope of rebuilding, the hope of something good, like the hope of rebuilding, leading to a championship, leading to the glory. Chat says it's always the late West Coast games that put us in an existential crisis. That's hilarious. Shout out to Polterghost M. Are you subscribed, Polterghost? No, but that like one of my favorite seasons, and one of my favorite teams of all my 20 plus years of watching the Heat is the 03-04 Heat. That team that won one round and went 6 games in the second round. One of my absolute favorite teams. It was just a bunch of young guys that didn't know what they were doing, and they were just playing hard, and they were having fun, and they were getting better, and they were collective crazy. And that team gave me hope. That was my first year watching basketball. It made me fall in love with basketball. And obviously, I don't think any of us believes there's a Dwayne Wade on this team, and that's part of it. But I think that hope and that fun and that looseness that team played with is just what they're searching for. If you're not competing for a championship, you're not close to competing for a championship, you should be building towards it. And I don't think they're building towards it. I don't think they realize they're not building towards it.
I think they believe in what's helped them in the past. And I think that they're foolish in thinking that. I think that they think what they've always done will work again, not realizing that the economics of the league has changed, not realizing that they don't I don't think they see why they keep failing at getting the guy. I'm sure. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, like they did get a guy fairly recently, and they were, a couple bounces at times away from winning a title. But unfortunately for them, the league has changed very quickly. There's a new collective bargaining agreement. There's a lot of new things. The way that the league has changed a lot. And what they can say is they do have a top 5 coach in the league. They do have like an A+ city where guys want to play. They have like the built-in stuff. They just have to like learn to manage their fucking portfolio.
That's the problem. They haven't learned from that. And they also I also don't think they realized that their success came from them resetting. Both times they were forced to reset for the 02-03 season with when Zoe got sick. They were forced to reset when 06 got old. And that led them to they pivoted at the right time. But it was forced upon them. Now they have to make a choice, and they don't want to make this choice, and it's frustrating as fans.
And I thought 2010 was smart too, because like they, it was a different time too, and they're like, we're leaving here with something. You know what I mean? Like too many guys are free agents. Too many guys were free agents, and it was too good a city to give up.
Ollie in the private chat says, "Curse you, CJ McCollum."
That motherfucker.
Yeah, man. It's just they want to get in contention for these guys, and like you said, they haven't learned why they're not getting these guys. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never that they don't have enough assets. The asset talk is for it gets repeated a lot. It's been the conversation for the last 10 years, but it's because it's easy to see. They have to be so sure about guys that they can't be picky about guys. They have to be picky about guys because they can't afford to miss. Because if they use picks, they used one pick on Terry and they were stuck. They used one pick on Jimmy and they were stuck. They couldn't do much else. That's why you need to collect. That's why you need to collect assets. So when you make mistakes, you can spend an asset here and get off of it.
The annoying part is like, I don't know if you remember, they had Josh McRoberts on the roster, and they traded, I believe it was 2 second-round picks to get off of McRoberts' money. That was a long time ago. And that was, that was when was that? 2016, right? 2017, around there. Yeah. It was a while ago. We're almost 10 years later. It's 2026. And they would do that again. They would do that again. Instead of being the team to take the picks to get a guy on salary, they are always the team dumping. Like, always.
Dedmon, Depot, Leonard.
Bro. And you're such a... You find Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Udonis Haslem,
Myron Gardner,
Drew Smith. The list goes on and on. Imagine if we've talked about this. Imagine if that's a second-round fucking pick. Josh Richardson was a second-round pick, and Josh Richardson was a great second-round pick for them.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Jimmy's, they're so good at scouting. That's one thing you can't say they're good at. They are good at scouting. They hit on most of their picks. They're good. So why not giving yourself chances, and by the way, second-round picks are fucking cheap. They're always nickel and diming everybody for salary. Pell Larson. See a second-round pick?
Yeah.
I thought it was late first. Pell Larson, another guy. They do so well with, they don't need, and listen, I'll concede. Maybe they're like, oh, well, we don't need to pick in the top 5. I think you should pick in the top 5. But, they found really good talent from 8 to 15 or whatever.
You know, it'd be funny if one year the lottery gods give them the top 5 pick and they trade it because they're like, we don't want this.
Well, there's a lot of pressure.
We don't want to do it this way.
It's not the Heat way.
We have to get off Terry Rozier's contract.
They would. If they got the number 1 pick in the draft, they would 100% start calling teams and be like,
yeah, what do you want?
Anthony Edwards? You up?
I thought you were going to say Anthony Davis. That's the problem.
To be honest with you, I thought Anthony Davis was the first name I thought of. I swear to God. But the last time I suggested the Heat trade for Anthony Davis, my mentions were on fire in a way that I was shocked by how mad people were.
should quote tweet yourself on the Norm selling high trade again.
Bro, that was the other day. Everybody got so mad at me.
They're like, why won't we extend Norm? We're winning.
And they're gonna pay him.
I fully believe it, man. I hope they learn their lesson, but I think they need to be sellers, man. That like they're 23 and 22, man. This is not a good team. What you're waiting on? They're 8 and 15 on the road. You're not a good team. You're waiting for guys to get healthy that are never healthy.
Tyler, my girlfriend asked me today if Tyler Hero was playing, and I said no. And she goes, "Why is he a little bitch?" And I go, "Well, babe, he has some sort of toe, something. I don't even know what he has.
Isn't his rib now?
I don't know, bro. I'm fucking sick of him, bro. I love Tyler Hero. I'm just sick of him on my basketball team.
Truly goes, what happens if Giannis gets traded elsewhere and can't save them? Then I told them right away, it's going to be Ant. They pivot to Ant. He screenshotted that they didn't want to go after so they didn't go after Drew or somebody because they wanted to save it for Dame and Beal. And when Dame and Beal became available, they didn't want to blow their load because they wanted to save it for somebody else. Like this is who they are. They pivot to the next guy, and they don't learn. I got to get more assets. I got to take a step back so I can make a step forward. They want it so cheap. They want it given to them.
Pablo, the intern's in chat. Pablo. I should have known.
We got to block him.
Somebody was playing to my heartstrings by saying Liverpool. Listen, big Champions League win yesterday. Frankie, I feel like Unk because people in chat are talking about an anime that I don't watch, and they said they said Maki Supremacy, and I thought like Sushi Maki. I thought like
JJK.
Yeah, I don't watch JJK, so I felt old. I felt like Unk.
You are Unk. As I wear an all that hat.
Dude, we're old, bro. You know, like the fucking Gen Zers call us old.
Oh, bro, I'm 34. I just started college again, and or continuing college. Kids. And bro, all the kids are so young, and they
probably don't even know that how you do fellow kids meme.
They do not,
dude.
I started going to so fucking old. I had to take I have to take a government class for as an elective, and I was so happy because there were so many people that are way older than me in that class. And all my course classes are fucking young people, fresh out of high school. They're like, oh, I was born in 07. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face.
Dude, it's crazy. They were born after the 06 championship.
Ridiculous.
It's crazy that kids are like born after 9/11 now. It's like insane. Like they don't know a world with the Twin Towers.
It's like all of them. Dude, I think Pablo is a 9/11 baby, or post 9/11. Like, he said, yo, chill, ma. He was born in 2001.
Oh my god, dude.
They said I'm in class with Casper's.
Bro, there are like kids that don't. There are kids that never saw Kobe. There are kids that don't know fucking Ronaldinho. I feel old, bro.
CM says they were born 7 days before 9/11. Jeez, we got babes in the chat.
And you were born in Australia.
What does that mean?
I
don't know. That like a slight.
No, I listen. I want to go to Australia.
I used to want to go until I found out about like all the fucking wildlife they have.
That's crazy.
I I do not want to see.
I want to go snorkeling there. Man. Shout out to Robert Irwin, Dancing with the Stars champion. That's Steve Irwin. The rest in peace.
That's what I said. Rest in peace, Steve.
Okay. I didn't hear Steve. I was like, bro.
There are kids who never saw Prime LeBron. That was like 3 years ago, bro.
Pablo goes, kids don't know about Steve Novak. That's the second time Steve Novak has been brought up on this podcast this week.
Jesus.
If I had a nickel for every time.
This is a dark season when Steve Novak's a guy who never played for the Heat.
Those kids never saw prime Joe Johnson.
They saw Big 3 Joe Johnson.
So there are going to be kids that are confused as to why people are saying Shawn Marion's a Hall of Famer, and then they'll watch his highlight tapes and look at his stats and be even more confused. They'll be like, I don't see anything notable here.
I mean, you saw prime Shawn Marion.
And they would be right. And they would be right.
Heat legend.
I think that's one of the worst. I hate that guy for no reason.
They don't get LeBron without Shawn Marion.
I like Jermaine O'Neal way more. They traded him for J.O. I love
J.O. But that's why they made the Shaq trade, Shaq to Marion and Marion to J.O. Got them the expiration to line up for 2010, gave them the cap space.
Shaq goes there on prime Rodney Stuckey.
Rodney Stuckey. Rodney Stuckey was like the first, like the next D Wade.
Dude, did you see that they did that they're like doing auditions for Michael Biamonte? And one of the things like they had like different local media members like doing iconic Michael Biamonte lines, and Brendan Tobin fucking deep cut just goes Luol Deng. And I was like, you gotta fucking know. Or if he had done Ben Gordon, long live
King James Ennis. Oh my god, those were dark times.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. These kids don't know, man. These kids don't know how excited we were when James Ennis dunked on, rest in peace, Rasul Butler.
Oh, rest in peace, Rasul.
Well, how happy, Frankie. That moment might be more joy than anything we've felt this season.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, chat's like Hall of Fame Heat killer Ben Gordon. Yeah, Ben Gordon might be the Heat killer.
Yeah,
of my life.
He's a Heat killer, not a random scrub.
No. There's a Heat killer. No, because Ben Gordon can
conjoin the two, and I don't appreciate that.
Yeah. No, he's too good. He's random scrub Heat killer is like
Ben Gordon was a 6 man of the year. That's
Marcus Thornton.
Marcus Thornton is an excellent random scrub.
Gary Neal,
Yeah, Gary Neal. Oh my God, Gary Neal. I thought Gary Neal was going to be the next guy. Like the way he cooked them in 2013. I thought he was going to be special, the next Spurs guy. He was like a 28-year-old rookie.
Is Christian Braun a good modern one, or is he too good?
He's a little too good.
Oh, Malik Monk. Yeah, Malik Monk's a good one.
Oh man,
but with Marcus Thornton was like Marcus Thornton is what I think of when I think of random scrub Heat killer.
Paul Millsap was the first random scrub Heat killer to actually become a player after that.
That goes Landry Shamet.
Landry Shamet. Was it like former Hawks general manager Landry Shamet?
Remember Danny Ferry?
Danny Ferry, yeah.
These kids don't know about prime Danny Ferry.
Wait, no, Danny Ferry was played in the 80s. We don't know about that.
No, but prime GM racist.
Oh,
Danny
yeah.
Ferry.
With the Luol Deng racism.
Yeah, he got some African in him. That's a quote from Danny Ferry, not what I'm saying.
Somebody clip that and cut off the
Danny Ferry might be an ICE agent in Minnesota right now.
He might be.
I'm just telling you, it would fit the bill. He's one of the only people in the internet era to just disappear successfully.
He really did. Where did he?
I don't know where Danny Ferry is, but maybe an ICE.
Maybe it's a good thing.
Danny Ferry has disappeared. Chat, you don't know. You don't know what it was like to watch Gary Neal step on the court and have real fear.
Every fucking Spur in that era killed me. Like Patty Mills. Oh my God, Patty Mills terrified the fuck out of me.
Then Patty Mills played here and just didn't
terrified the fuck out of me some more.
Patty Mills stole my parking spot one day.
Oh, tell the story.
I was going to have coffee at Magdalena, which is a Colombian coffee place in Edgewater. It's really nice. It has no parking. It has maybe 8 street parkings within 5 blocks of it. and I was about to park, and this motherfucker just swoops in with his I don't remember if it was a Jeep or a Range Rover, one of those bigger cars, and just takes my spot. And then a very tall white woman walks out, presumably Australian, and then Patty Mills walks out, and it had an Atlanta license plate, and I was like, holy shit, that's Patty Mills. And I put it all together, the Atlanta license plate, because he had just gotten traded like within the week. And I was in the coffee shop with Patty Mills.
There you go.
I had to park like 5 blocks away and then walk, and it was hot.
I want to end on this comment because this is where the Heat sickos go. Chad says, I still think Jarvis Varnado should have got more opportunity. Do you remember Deshaun Butler and how we were all thought he was going to be the next guy?
Yes.
He broke his leg in college or something. He had like a terrible knee injury. Everyone was like, oh, Pat Riley did it again. Never played a minute.
I think KZ Okpala is the funniest version of that.
KZ Okpala is was the guy that changed my mind on like where they went to school, having an effect, like being a representation of how smart they are. That dude went to Stanford and played basketball like that. I was like, no, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, this is a pure athlete. This guy did not get into this school because of grades.
Dude, I waited. I sometimes I still believe KZ Okpala could be the perfect 4 next to Bam.
I remember shout out to Heat Twitter legend Danny Martinez. He was like, KZ Okpala just doesn't do anything. He just doesn't do anything. He goes on the court. He's the what's this guy's name? The dude that was on the Bucks with the 0-0-0 stat line. Tony Snell. Tony Snell. He's like he's just the embodiment of the Tony Snell. Like, does nothing on the court.
Dude.
Earl Barron walked so KZ could be Braun in practice.
I love how everybody calls Iguodala Iggy when he has specifically said, I don't want to be called that. And everyone's like, you don't get to choose, buddy.
There was an AI before you, bro. We can't.
Group economics.
Yeah. Group economics.
Adam Silver's never seen heaven.
Never. Oh my God.
Appreciate chat rocking with us, man. It's 1:15 on this beautiful Friday morning. I can hear birds chirping.
God, it's Friday over here.
Stay warm.
We're getting 7 inches of snow on Saturday.
Are you good? Are you gonna lose power?
Probably. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna see what the grocery store has left.
Can the Heat travel? I guess they're on a West Coast.
Did you watch tonight? It didn't travel. They didn't travel.
Are they gonna cancel games? What's gonna happen?
Oh, I thought you were making a joke about the weather.
I just mean, like, what's gonna happen with the league? Are they gonna not play games? Like, what are they gonna do?
Thanks, chat. I have no idea. We'll see. It's dangerous to drive. Kennedy says the league's already rescheduling some.
What are they gonna do about the NFL games?
We'll see. The weather's gonna be pretty bad.
What are the? It's New England. One of those games is in Foxborough, right? I
believe so.
Yeah, and then what's the other one?
I don't know. The Canes. I'm still a broken heart. I haven't paid attention to the NFL.
What's the NFC Championship game? It's
two teams.
Somebody help me. I should know this. It's the Bears lost to
the Rams.
Oh yeah, I was sitting next to
Rams and Seahawks.
Rams Seahawks.
Seattle.
That one's kind of going to be.
Actually, the Patriots game's in Denver.
Oh, the Denver was the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Oh yeah, and the Bix Nix, whatever his name is, he's out.
Yeah, Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Did you call him Bitch Nix?
I said Bix or Nick. I'm watching Andor, and Bix is an Andor character.
Okay.
I have brain rot. I have so much Star Wars.
Seattle's not supposed to be that bad. It's supposed to be 44 degrees, so they might not even get that storm. But Denver's going to be 25. They're probably getting it.
I love how we just became the Weather Channel.
It's true.
Appreciate everybody for rocking with us. We will be on Saturday for Heat. Is it Heat Jazz, I believe?
Yes, unfortunately.
And then, so we will, thankfully, that'll be the last start later than 8 p.m. for the rest of the season. So we are free from the nightmare that is West Coast basketball. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Thank you for the donations. Thank you to CM. 201. Have a wonderful day.
Real
over
quick,
there in Australia. What's up?
Just want to say, since I'm back in school, I won't be able to be on the pod very often. I know I've been out for a month, so you guys are already kind of used to me not being on, but I already talked to G about it. I can't commit to as much because of school, so I will try to pop in every chance I get. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And most of all, thanks for the support and for me and for everybody on the panel and on the podcast and even Moose. I'm really trying to run from this team. I'm like this season had made me reevaluate my life, and I was like, I can do better for myself than this. And unlike the Heat, sometimes you got to take. I looked at myself. I looked at what I was doing wrong. Sometimes you got to take a step back and reevaluate yourself and do some stuff that's a little difficult, a little unpleasant, a little uncomfortable, and that's how you grow. That's how you become better. That's how you become a champion again. So love y'all. I picked the direction.
Chad says Franky picked the direction. That's so fucking.
I'm resetting, restarting. Chad says foot massage school is demanding. I wish.
Shout out Rex Ryan.
I'll rant once in a while on Twitter. Absolutely, Kennedy. But I'm saving my next rant for the trade deadline. If nothing happens, woo! But love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and go Heat. Reluctantly, go Canes.